allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Wonderful. Thank you. So, taking a quick look at the agenda for new business, obviously we don't have much business to go through. Essentially, we're here tonight to set the schedule for the upcoming meetings regarding the subcommittee. Essentially, let me begin by saying that this subcommittee was put together at the request of the town council, as some citizens had reached out to us regarding a rights-based ordinance to help protect Newmarket waterways. As I understand the situation right now, when companies move into towns, they work directly with the state to secure land rights and usage rights, and in the words of the individuals bringing this matter to us, bypassing the town and the residents and the needs and desires of the community. So we've assembled this committee to meet to discuss whether or not we are able to pass an RBO and enforce it in this town, and if we're unable to enforce it, how we would go about to accomplish similar goals in line with the rights-based ordinance group. Councilor Weinstein, do you think that sums it up properly?
I think so.
Fair enough.
It pretty much sums it up.
Okay. Now, I know that initially we did not have a public comment period scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be an objection to allowing any members of the public who are here tonight to come forward and speak before we go into the setting of the schedule? Or would you like to go to the schedule first?
Do we need to suspend the rules or anything like that, or make a motion? Or is this informal?
If that's what people
I'm fine with it.
feel we need to do, I mean, I thought that we were just going to set a schedule and
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my
quick
intention,
meeting?
but I wanted to discuss because we haven't met in person yet since the last town council meeting a couple weeks ago.
I think that personally, I feel, and I know that there's a group here, but, and I think that's great that people are here, but that wasn't the intent of this meeting.
Understood.
The intent of this meeting was to set a schedule,
Okay.
for it to be quick, and, we would set a schedule and figure out what our game plan is.
Yep.
I also think that there's going to be plenty of opportunity for public comment. So,
My thoughts as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be redundant, really.
Yeah, totally understand.
So,
All right. Well, with that in mind, I submit to my fellow town councilors a proposed meeting schedule. Essentially, I've blocked out what comes down to about 4 meetings. The first would offer an hour for public communications, either in favor or against, for members of the town, groups that would like to come forward to discuss this issue, their intentions, how they would like to see this be accomplished. And then following that, a second public hearing where we could continue going on from there. A couple weeks in between those two. The third meeting would be a summarization of the subcommittee thoughts regarding the rights-based ordinance, the testimony that we hear from community members, both in favor and against. And then the final meeting would be a publication of the official decision by the subcommittee to the town council as whether or not we are in favor of moving forward and bringing this to the full council or voting against and leaving the issue where it lies. Thoughts to the current schedule that we have? So right now, just to clarify, I had suggested August 15th for our first meeting time. Would that work with you two? I'm sorry, did I say 15th?
15th.
15th.
Yes.
It works for me.
Okay. Same time, 7 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay. In terms of structure for the 2 public forum meetings, do we have any special request or guidance in how we'd like to see them run, whether that's opening it up for the initial public comment period, allowing them an hour and a half or so to discuss, and then allowing us to respond and ask questions?
I mean, I think personally I'd like to see a presentation because I know that they have one prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
In my mind, it would make sense. I mean, we could start with public comment, but
Yep.
it would probably make more sense to start with the presentation.
Okay.
And then maybe save public comment to the end.
Yep.
If that worked.
No, that makes sense. I wasn't sure exactly what the group had in mind. We haven't yet reached out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they have. It's
Okay.
my understanding that they have a presentation ready
Okay.
for the town council, so I would think that they could.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can-
So that would be the first
Yes.
meeting? Would be to hear any presentations, or within a time frame, right? Hour?
In
What would be
the interest of just keeping this subcommittee operating efficiently and within line with everybody's schedules, I was suggesting an hour initially for the first public comment / presentation period.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there are multiple groups that would like to present or continue again, which is why I had the 2 meetings blocked out, we theoretically, though, could meet as often as needed or as little as needed.
Right.
And then I know that one of the bigger concerns that we had heard at the town council meetings was, I think, if I'm phrasing this properly, a lack of real dialogue between us as the counselors and the groups that were presenting. Maybe not necessarily fair in how we run the meetings, and that we're not able to ask them questions and have them respond in the public comment, or where it's being documented, where it's being vetted by members of the public who aren't able to come to the meeting. Would you agree that following the presentations, it would be proper to have a time period for us to ask our questions, to go into further detail, to allow them to further explain and communicate?
I mean, I would think that would be part of the part of any presentation.
Yeah.
Would be a Q&A period.
Okay, cool. I like
In my,
that.
but that's just me.
Yeah, no, that was my thought, but I didn't want to push anything. And if it's not clear, I'm still a little bit green at this. And then we're in agreement, though, for a second meeting with a 1-hour public forum period as well, for, again, follow-up presentations or arguments against.
Sorry, say that again.
So we are in agreement in having a second meeting
Second
of the
meeting.
same structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we don't need it at that point, we can figure that out,
Yeah.
after the first.
I wanted to ask if we should try to reach out for parties that would have other experience or opinions or knowledge on. I know
Would
we're
that
going to hear from folks
include-
who are,
Yeah.
proposing it. I'd like to. I think part of what we need to do is due diligence, is understand all aspects of the topic, right?
Would that include, theoretically, the town attorney who had submitted a letter on this matter?
That would be my first thought.
Okay.
And then possibly, I don't know if they can attend, but maybe we can get information from either officials in other towns who've considered this, some kind of input,
Yeah.
or
I
just
mean,
to broaden our knowledge on,
Yeah.
on the process that they've gone through, considerations that we might not be aware of.
I think they had used town of Northwood as an example as well, potentially reaching out
It was,
to see.
Yep.
Okay.
I know Plymouth is also, there's a few towns that are considering it,
Okay.
so we can,
Would you want to reserve that potentially dissenting opinion for the second meeting?
well,
So we could have the initial discussion and arguments presented in the first, and then perhaps a rebuttal for the second? where
yeah,
we have
if
our-
they're available,
Yeah.
if people can come.
Okay.
One or more, yep. Otherwise, maybe it's up to the committee members to, if possible, find out. I can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can solicit input that I can then present
From
to
the
the
other
committee.
communities.
Yep.
That would be excellent.
Okay.
In terms of meeting for the second time, Tony, I know that you had sent out some days that you were available and unavailable. I could not find that email, however. I had put September 5th or the 19th as a possibility.
Well, September 5th, we have a town council meeting.
That's what I wasn't sure of.
And the 19th, we have a town council meeting.
Even better.
So that won't work.
For the first and third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Would we want to move to the 26th, potentially,
The,
of September? Or we could
the
meet on
12th
the
or
Thursday night
the
as
12th
well.
or the 26th. I
My
could do either.
only concern with the 12th is I have to leave that evening, so I could go up for the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm unsure of work schedule, so I'll need to
Okay.
Maybe we confirm that up
At our next
at
meeting.
the next meeting?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no issue. I guess following that, would we say then that having them spaced out by a month between each meeting is fair? It allows us time to reach out, thoroughly go through, reach out to members of the public in favor and against, and really get a better idea. And then have our summarization meeting in October. So one meeting August, one meeting September, third meeting October, and then maybe finishing up everything by the end of October.
I would think so. I mean, I don't think that we need more time than that,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I was trying to take in concerns summer vacation,
Right.
but then also the fact that we will have budgets and all those other fun things coming in.
Right.
Not wanting to chew up everybody's time.
Yep. And we have a
Okay.
joint meeting so we have a lot happening at the end of August. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I
we should be
was. Okay. Did we want to set a date or time for the third meeting in October? Right now, I had blocked out the 3rd and 10th. I'm guessing we're meeting on the 3rd with Town Council. But the 10th
Yeah.
theoretically could work, as well as the 24th.
The 10th or the 24th for the third meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
Originally I was thinking if it was agreeable to meet on the 10th to have our third final wrap-up meeting, and then on the 24th to have our official communication, what we're going to send to the town council, so they have it for the meeting immediately following.
Let me make sure I got those dates right then. It's as you've got on the proposal, so it'd be
Yeah.
third meeting, the 3rd or the 10th of October,
Correct.
and then final the 24th or 31st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony, you looked
Right.
like you were nodding your head when I said the 3rd, as in a
the
town
third,
council
there's a
meeting.
town council meeting.
Okay.
So I'm available the 10th.
10th at 7, okay with you?
Yeah, my only hesitation to that is
Yeah.
that is budget season. Although I think we probably, if I remember right, we meet the end of October,
Yeah.
so we should probably be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I suppose that we could change these if
Yeah.
things come up, but just trying to get something together. Gretchen, would you
I'm
be
gonna put that on
okay
my calendar.
October 10th?
I'll need to
Yep.
verify.
I guess not knowing your work schedule right now, this is something that you could present.
Yes,
Okay,
and I'll let you know if those
Yeah.
dates don't work.
wonderful.
How about that?
Thank you. And then in terms of trying to think. So I guess not wanting it to stretch into November. However, if things don't work out with us on the 10th, potentially for the third meeting, the 24th could be a backup. I'm guessing that there might be TC on the 31st. October's a
Nope.
weird month. There are 5
Yep.
weeks.
No, we just have the 1st and 3rd,
Okay.
so we don't meet on the 5th. But it's also Halloween night, so
Oh, that is a good point.
yep, that's
Okay.
not gonna work.
Meeting on the 7th with TC, potentially November 14th, or is it you think it's too far
Personally,
out?
I think that it's too far out,
Okay.
and we don't really know where.
Would you want to?
I mean, I can't imagine that we're gonna need
Yeah.
5 meetings to deal with the.
No,
like,
I was thinking 4.
or 4.
but
You know, I think that's a
If you don't think we need 4, that's totally fine. I just not having gone through this type of process
right.
and it being a special consideration.
What is the date we're considering for the 4th meeting then?
Well, that is a good question. Do you think we could have this wrapped thoroughly by the 3rd? And maybe, if needed, just by the 3rd meeting, that is, and if necessary, just go a little bit longer to put everything down in words and actually approve?
I mean, I would think so, and I think that if not,
Okay.
we can always add more meetings.
Yeah.
You know, if need be.
All right, so then we'll say for the time being then August 15th at 7 as a definite, waiting for a confirmation on September with respect to Councilor Cast's schedule, but you are available for the 19th, correct? If possible?
Not September 19th. We have a town council meeting.
Right, sorry,
Right.
was it the
So we were
What
talking about
was
So
the
the
12th
12th or the
or
26th.
the 26th.
26th? Okay. I would ask for the 26th, just so I can... Okay.
September 26th, right?
Yep.
Yep.
September. 7.
Freeze.
And then, where's my October? And then, potentially then for the third and final meeting, barring other circumstances, October 10th at 7.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the third meeting.
Yeah, third,
Okay.
potentially final.
Okay.
If we need to go further, we can go from there. But I guess I was trying to gauge, and I know in terms of some of the
Got it.
communications that I've received to my town email, they've been lengthy. So I wanted to make sure
Right.
that there's been enough time allotted for individuals from all sides to come forward and actually discuss this. Okay. All right. So all in agreement then with what we have? And then you can follow up if things change?
Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
Excellent.
Show of hands. Okay.
Wonderful. All right. That was the business. Is there anything else you'd like to consider?
I think the only other thing that we probably need to do formally
Yep.
is elect a chair,
That's a good point.
because we haven't done that. So I would nominate Zachary Dumont as our chair.
Second.
I accept.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Oh, you can't abstain.
I
I
don't
mean-
want to vote on my own nomination, and there are 2 of you, so it's a majority.
Right.
Okay.
It's improper.
It's not proper.
Oh, fair enough. Previous organizations feels improper, but so be it. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Then barring all you're welcome. Barring all other items before us, we are adjourned until August 15th at 7 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
If we're gonna give a presentation and we need to use the screen for a PowerPoint, how do we set that up?
I believe it's as simple as plugging it in to the laptop that's right there.
Plugging what in?
Do you have your own?